What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing a beer from the Fall River Brewing Company, and they're out of Redding, California, and this is their Numb Numb Juice. So they're calling this one a Hazy IPA that comes in at 7.5% alcohol by volume, 33 IBUs at the time of review. This can is approximately 4.5 months old. I'm gonna give a huge thanks and shout out once again to a friend of mine and a viewer of the channel, Billy, for hooking me up with this one. So big thanks to him for this beer. In the description box, I'll post a link to the beer mount unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies that Billy hooked me up with. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the age of this beer. This beer is 4.5 months old. It is a hazy IPA. A lot of people would not probably drink this or review it. Here's the thing. Billy was nice enough to send this beer my way. When he sent it to me, it was about 2 months old. Unfortunately, he sent it to me as the beer, or as the channel went on hiatus in like late March. And unfortunately, it's been on hiatus, or was on hiatus, for about 6 weeks. I was not drinking beer for almost 2 months, so this one kind of just sat in the fridge. But since Billy sent it my way, I'm going to give it a review. Now, I know that there's probably a good probability that this beer did not hold up because it's a hazy IPA, right? But I've had hazy IPAs and hazy double IPAs before that were 4, 5, 6 months old that were still delicious. So we're going to give this one a fair review, but just know that I know it's 4.5 months old and it may have fallen off, but I thank Billy for sending this one. It was kind of an extra in the box, and I'm going to review it and we'll see how it is. There's a lot of people out there that just won't drink hazy IPAs or IPAs of any sort, like over a certain date. For me, I'll drink whatever. I prefer them fresher, of course, but we'll see. I just cracked it. It smells great. Yeah, it smells great. So we'll see how it tastes. 4.5 months old. So I don't know anything about this beer, like the hops, the malts, the whole nine. Now, I will say this, pouring this out, has a little bit of a dark, almost oxidized kind of look to it. Not crazy or anything. It just has a little bit, but it could just be using a little bit of a darker malt going on. So yeah, it has this real hazy orange color. It's probably going to look darker on camera, but in person it has this really hazy, like burnt orange color. Very murky and turbid, can't see through it. Has about a 2 finger of a light tan, almost khaki colored head. Pretty creamy looking, some soap suds creeping in there, but yeah, that looks nice. Kind of looks to me, there's a beer here in Western New York called Hay Burner, 7.2%. They call it just IPA. It's kind of like a hazy, between like an American, old school American IPA and a hazy, and it kind of has this burnt orange color kind of look to it. So we'll see, let's get a nose. Yeah, it still smells pretty fucking good. So I will say, there is a little bit of a sign of age. A lot of times when hazy IPAs or even old school American IPAs start to get kind of older, I get this orange marmalade. The older the beer is, the more prevalent it is in the beer. In the nose here, I get a little bit of that, just a touch. But I love orange marmalade. Outside of that, there's other citrus. There's like a nice ruby red, sweeter grapefruit. There's a little bit of lemon, maybe a touch of like a peach and a mango. It doesn't smell like it's, you know, a malt bomb or anything. Yeah, it has a nice sweet kind of stone fruit into citrus quality. So sweeter orange, sweeter grapefruit, a touch of like almost like a sweet lemonade, peach, apricot, a bit of mango, more stone fruit and citrus than anything. There's a slight earthy, almost floral aspect to this one. Yeah, it smells pretty, for something that's approaching 5 months old, it smells pretty good, to be honest with you. I'm not bullshitting, it does. Anyway, cheers everybody. Thanks again, Billy. Hopefully the taste is kind of similar. I will tell you this right now. 4.5 months old, that's a fine, fine IPA. Is it amazing? No, it's not. Did I expect it to be? Nah, it's almost 5 months old. I'll tell you right now, I'm going to drink the rest of this. I'm going to be fine with it. Why? Because the malt is not dominating, which luckily it's not. And there's enough hop character to keep me interested in going back for more. Plus, we'll go into it one more sip, then we'll go body mouthfeel. Body mouthfeel, really nice. Yeah, body on this is like medium, touch over medium for 7.5%. Really nice. Mouthfeel, it's soft, it's smooth, it's creamy. It's in the realm of a hazy IPA. You know, carbonation will let you know that this is a beer, but it's really soft. Yeah, you get a little bit of carbonation on the tip of your tongue, but after that, soft and smooth. Mouthfeel is really, dare I say, spectacular. Wow. I'm glad this one held up. Obviously, I don't want to sit here and drink a shitty beer. I can probably count on one hand the amount of times I picked up a beer because I wanted to see how bad it was or what other people were saying about the beer and see if I had a different opinion. This is just one of those things where Billy sent it to me. It was relatively fresh. And then unfortunate life circumstances got in the way. 4.5 months old, still going to review it. I will say this, I would love to try this like super fresh now after having it, because at almost 4.5, approaching 5 months old, yes, is there a little bit of malt here? Sure. Well, let's go into the tasting notes and then we'll talk a little bit more. Right at the forefront, I'm getting a slight bready, maybe, yeah, a slight bready kind of malt sensation, but it's not too big. Right after that, that orange marmalade thing kicks in, and it's not exactly like orange marmalade, but it's like a sweeter orange, and it kind of has like a slight like honey, like jam type of thing. So that's why I say orange marmalade. There's a nice ruby red grapefruit, sweeter, a touch of that peach and mango and apricot. The stone fruits aren't as big as they were in the nose. I think the citrus is kind of dominating here. Halfway through the palate, it's a really solid, earthy, floral kind of hop character. And in the back of the palate, this bitters out to like a mild to moderate bitterness, but it's approaching moderate, semi-dry. It's not too sweet. It's fucking pretty good. It's pretty good. It's 4.5 months old, and it's pretty good. If you handed me this beer and didn't tell me the date or whatever, would I guess it's a little bit older? I think I would. Would I say it's 4.5 months? Maybe not. I'd probably say like maybe 2.5, 3. This has held up pretty well for something that, again, it's almost 5 months old. So, again, I've reviewed some other hot butcher beers recently. 2.5, almost 3 months old, reviewing this. One thing I can tell you is that some of these beers hold up. Don't be afraid to drink older beers. That's kind of the lesson to be learned here. I was one of those guys, going back 6, 7, 8 years ago, where I wouldn't, buy any kind of IPA if I knew there was substantial age on it. And when I meant substantial back then, I meant like there was a 6-week-old IPA, be like, no, I gotta drink it super fresh. And now, if I see a beer on the shelf in a cooler and it's been kept cold and it's a hop forward beer and it's a couple months old, 2.5 months old, no problems grabbing that off the shelf and drinking it. Not everybody's going to have the same opinion, but drinking as many beers and reviewing as many beers as I have over the past couple years, like some of them hold up, some of them don't. Don't get me wrong, some of them don't, some of them do. This one held up fine. I don't know how it tastes fresh, but I'll say as far as what I'm drinking, it's damn solid. So Numb Numb Juice from Fall River, first beer I've had from them. They have a little spiel here that says, let's tie one on. They were established in 2013, so almost coming up, probably their 9th anniversary this year, 10th anniversary next year. Anyway, thanks to Billy. Let's get a rating on this one. I'm going to give this one a low 4 out of 5, I'm going to go 3.9 out of 5. I think that's fair for what I'm drinking. A 3.9 out of 5 is a pretty damn solid score. Nothing. Oh, they do have a spiel here. That's right. This Hazy IPA is a tropical juice bomb. Well, that's where maybe it's fallen off, because I did not get much tropical, more of like stone and citrus. That shifts to an almost candy-like finish on both the nose and palate. It definitely has a sweeter, I wouldn't say candy, but like I said, orange marmalade, maybe in that realm. While being served in a coconut with a little umbrella seems fitting, the can it's in will have to do. It's so numb that it might leave you numb. See what they did there. So drink responsibly. Cheers. It also says best enjoyed outdoors. Well, maybe I'll go take this one outside and sit on the deck for a little bit. Anyway, yes, I think it's pretty good for what it is. 3.9 out of 5. Price point availability, I have no idea. So Billy, this is where you chime in. I hope something like this, a 4-pack, is 16 to 18 bucks. That'd be my hope. It is California, so it's probably in like the $20 realm. But Billy, let me know what you paid for it, and availability, I have no idea. I've never heard of Fall River before Billy sent this one out. They're in Redding, California, which I believe is Northern California. So if anybody knows about their availability or where they get distro to, looking at you again, Billy, let me know. So once again, sorry, Billy, I wasn't able to get this one super fresh, but I will say for something that is as old as it is, I'm enjoying it. 3.9 out of 5 is pretty good score. I'm going to go drink the rest of this and have no issues doing so. So thanks again to Billy. If you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. Appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. 7.5%, little bit of a warming in the chest, nothing on the palate, so it hides the alcohol relatively well. And I'm going to drink the rest of this and enjoy it all. So anyway, till the next one. Cheers.